right, you will create a PowerPoint presentation on the following subject. Which objective of sentencing best serves the Canadian criminal justice system? So we're talking about the objective of the criminal justice system. Like, which one do you think best serves our criminal justice system? The objective, the goal of what we're trying to do when we sentence people. So we talk about the fact that, again, these are two things we always do in law, and the other ones are to explain the intellectual concepts of criminal law and their legal significance, to describe the justice structures and key roles or processes of Canadian criminal justice system, and explain the key relationships among them, and to assess the ability of Canadian criminal justice system to provide appropriate and even-handed justice for people living in Canada. When you're doing this assignment, I'm looking for the following thing: knowledge of content. I know I can define sentencing and its goals, which means I know what it means to sentence someone for a crime. I know what the goals of each of the different categories are. I know that I must connect my thesis to at least 2 court cases to support my position. And again, the court cases are usually in the textbook, so I'm not asking you to go do individual research. In that section, there's always a court case that deals with a sentencing issue, and you're going to, depending on your presentation, you're going to use the court cases to sort of back up what you're saying. Use apply and school. I know my presentation should use express an opinion supported by logical reasoning, which means you're going to have an opinion, again, bullet point from notes, but supported by sound reason, right? Critical thinking. I have this reason. I don't say I believe in punishment as a key objective of sentencing because I don't like people. You have to have some sound legal reasoning and rationale behind it. I know that my voice should be clear and easily understood. It's supposed to be like a presentation. What I'm trying to ask you guys to do is do like a video presentation because it's easier than trying to get it done in class. I know that I must use proper spelling, grammar in my PowerPoint, right? I know my presentation should use proper legal terminology. And I guess the last part is always the legal research process, which means gathering information, presenting it in some sort of outline or graph, and then taking that feedback and then presenting your legal argument position. So it's gather research, organize thoughts into a legal argument position, and then present a legal argument and position. You can done in front of me when possible. That's the first part. I'm sorry, new share, which will break down the actual success criteria. So the goal is to determine which objective of sentencing best serves the criminal justice system. How and why should we punish offenders? Right, that's the goal. Step 1 is the research. Define the term sentencing within our legal system. Identify the objective goals of sentencing. It's infos in chapter 11, pages 320, 312, 315. We can look at it a little bit later after we do this because I'm moving a lot faster than I thought I would. After choose one of the objectives that best serves the Canadian justice system. So again, when I look at this, I think there's 3 or 4. They're saying this is the goal, the objective of why we punish people. When you look at all of them, think of the ones you think is why we should read them over, figure out which one you think is best for our legal system, and then focus it on that. Step 2 is organize information. Explain why you believe that your chosen objective whatever it is, blank, is the correct one for the legal system. Should have 3 to 4 reasons why you think it's the right one. You should have evidence, case studies, court decisions, textbooks, theories from experts in the field support your position, at least 2 case studies. Which means if someone says restorative justice is important, you can look at some case studies where it's done a good job, but also look at legal theorists. Who says that this is the best system? Who says this is a good way for our society to groom? Remember, the Canadian legal system, we're Canadians, we are a country that believes in democracy, and we believe in the fair administration of justice and equality before the law. Which one of the objectives of the criminal justice system fits all those things? For the outline, first slide is your MLA format. Second slide is introduction. What's this presentation about? State and explain thesis. Slide 3 is sentencing. Define sentencing, explain all of its objectives. Slide 4, chosen objective. Identify your chosen objective and list what the 3 reasons why you think it's the best objective for the Canadian legal system. Then slides 3, sort of 5, 6, and 7, it is state, quote, explain. Now, again, this can be more slides or less slides depending on how you organize your slides. Sometimes your slides can have multiple columns, so it can all be on one slide. So you could go from having slides 5 could be 5 and 6 could be your first reason, 6 and 7 could be your second reason. Reason 3 can be your third reason. It's up to you. I'm just saying that you should have a state which explain your reason, quote evidence from your evidence, quote whatever evidence you use from, you mentioned a case study, you mentioned the position from a theorist, and explain why that reason supports, why the quote supports your reason. Now remember, the 3 reasons are proving why you think restorative justice is the most important. So you have to come up with your reasons of why you think it's important, and then you find evidence to back that up, right? In this section, you would have your case studies, your expert accounts, with parts from textbook, things, information would take place in these stated reasons slides. Okay. Slide 8 is your conclusion. Restate your thesis and explain the importance of your objective, the concept of justice, right? Which means, why is this form of sentencing the best way to understand and apply to the concept of justice? Okay, so that's pretty much the breakdown of the assignment. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this share. Do we have any questions before I stop the share? Okay, so I'm going to stop this recording.